Anna, thank you. Now, people living with multiple sclerosis in England say they're the victims of medical apartheid because a cannabis-based drug which eases muscle pain is not readily available on the NHS. Now, that's despite patients in Wales having access to it. Let's go to Brighton and we can talk to MS sufferer and medical cannabis campaigner Clark French. Clark, good morning to you. I know you've used cannabis in the past to help with MS symptoms, haven't you? What impact has it had on your condition?
Cannabis has a massive impact on my condition. It means that I have a lot less pain, a lot less spasms. I can walk better, I can go a lot further when I get places. Don't have bladder and bowel problems so much. It completely changes my life.
And so I can only imagine how frustrated you feel that this drug, Sativex, is not going to be available on the NHS in England.
It seems a bit ridiculous that the government would licence a company to go through all the difficulties of producing a cannabis tincture and then not prescribe it to anyone. I don't really understand why it's given out to 28 different countries globally, but people in the very country where it's grown aren't able to get it. It seems ridiculous.
What are the arguments for Sativex versus using cannabis itself directly? I mean, obviously there are legal implications, but do we know if there's any therapeutical difference?
Well, Sativex is cannabis, so it's a full plant extract of cannabis. GW Pharmaceuticals try to put it out there that it's just THC and CBD, but it's not. It's whole plant extract. It is cannabis. So we have a hypocrisy here where the government has licensed a company to grow the very same plant, which they are criminalising patients for growing the same thing, when they're denying them the plant in the first place which they're growing. So it's a catch-22 where the patients can't get the medicine that they want, so they're forced to go to the black market, and then they risk prosecution and criminalisation for it. So really, patients really do need to be starting to prescribe Sativex, but more broadly we need to be thinking about the medical benefits of cannabis, and we need to look at the hypocrisy. Why are we letting a pharmaceutical company grow a plant which we're criminalising patients for? It seems ridiculous. Really, patients need to be able to grow their own cannabis in their own properties if they so wish, and shouldn't be criminalised for it. We also need Sativex, and I would encourage the government and the NHS to look again at it and to prescribe it, because ultimately this is people's lives that it's affecting. Like cannabis is proven to be a safe and effective medicine. Sativex is made from cannabis, and we know that it works. So patients really need to be getting it. It's wrong that people are denied it. Why, if you're Welsh, is it okay, but if you're English, it's not? It doesn't really make any sense.
It may work. I mean, the evaluation that it works seems to be there, but NICE say, look, it is simply too expensive on a cost-benefit basis. It's not doing enough to justify the price.
Okay, great. Well, if it's too expensive, then let's allow patients to grow it at home on their own for free, and then it won't cost the NHS anything. Like, what do we do? I mean, we don't really have a choice here. Cannabis is the best medicine for my condition and for my illness, so I need to use it to have the best quality of life that I deserve, that everyone deserves, that every patient, that every UK citizen deserves access to a medicine that works. Why are we denying people this? Why are we allowing a pharmaceutical company to do it behind the scenes and pretending like it's not cannabis? This really needs to be shone a light on, and the hypocrisy really needs to be tackled. And we need to start looking at this, and we need to change cannabis from Schedule 1. Sativex is Schedule 4. But cannabis is Schedule 1, which has no medicinal benefit. Ultimately, that's a lie. We know cannabis has got medicinal benefit. They grow it. GW Pharmaceuticals grow it and make Sativex out of it. It's gone through all the testing to prove that it works. So why are we still saying, and why are we still criminalising patients for using a medicine that works? It's ridiculous. It needs to change.
Clark French, look, we appreciate your views. Thank you very much indeed. Good to talk to you. And your thoughts on that, if you would. Lots of tweets already this morning. A lot of people saying, actually echoing what Clark was saying there this morning. But you can air your views